Monty Python, Mike Myers, even Charlie Chaplin have been his fans. But Benny Hill is largely cancelled in the UK. Not so much in the US, and all the way from the United States of America, I have two guests to talk about Benny Hill, and you have invested interest in Benny Hill. So, welcome.
Thank you very much for having us.
I have Alex,
Yes.
who is the American TV boss, and Jimbo from the Jimbo and Jackie show.
That's right.
Jimbo, let's start with you.
Okay.
Tell me very briefly about the show and how Benny Hill has influenced you.
Well, I got introduced to Benny Hill from my grandfather because we used to play penny poker after dinner, and then we'd go over to the television and I would watch Benny Hill with my grandma, my grandpa, my mom and dad, and we just laughed all the time. It was just like part of our ritual with the family. So Benny Hill brings a lot of great memories to my childhood.
Like to many other people, in fact, millions of fans around the world. His show has sold to over 100 countries. But recently, Benny Hill has been sort of cancelled in the United Kingdom. Alex, tell me about what you heard and how it affected you.
Well, I heard that they had a statue that there was no place to put it, really.
Southampton.
In Southampton, and it made me sad because I watched Benny Hill myself when I was a child, and growing up with it, my parents used to let me watch that, and so we're here to do our show, and we came here to see what we can do about maybe perhaps purchasing the statue and bringing it to Hollywood, but my first reaction was to try to get the Southampton people to accept Benny Hill and put him back and display him somewhere.
Because this is where he's from. So it's, Hollywood sounds all glitzy and amazing,
right.
But it is quite sad, I think, to think that he wouldn't be featuring in his hometown.
It's such a big loss because he's such a big... In America, when we think about the Brits, we think about Benny Hill.
Absolutely.
Right. But Jimbo, the reason why he has been sort of cancelled, not by everyone, is because he's now regarded sexist. People say that there's no place for his jokes anymore in today's society. What do you think about that?
I think that's a small fraction of society. I think if you talk to the majority, at least all the people I know, they understand that it's cheeky, fun humor. And if you think about it, I always think that Benny Hill put women on a pedestal. And it was usually the guys that ended up looking silly and were the butt of the jokes because we love women. And you could tell Benny Hill loved women, but I think if you look past some of the cheeky stuff that happened, as you guys like to say, I think it was just like he just loved women and put them on a pedestal to be loved and admired.
Okay, and Alex, how serious are you? If you find out that the council in Southampton are refusing to have his sculpture on, what would you do?
I would try to purchase the statue and bring it home. I think in the same line that Jimbo thinks. I think that, they can't cancel everything. You cannot cancel history. I'm sure there might have been a king back way in the day that was not politically correct. What are they going to do? Tear down a castle and all its artifacts? They're not going to do that. You can't do that. It's impossible.
Right. So you can't cancel history, but maybe something positive will happen, and let's find out from your visit here in the UK what's going to happen with the Benny Hill sculpture. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thank you for your time.